What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Chris here, Mayce Collectibles. Welcome to Friday, the end of yet another week. Glad to have you with me here as we move into the weekend. Another great fight card on the horizon. Matter of fact, I just saw that Ferguson and Chandler are fighting pretty soon here. That's going to be a barn burner for sure. But today we're going to be jumping into 2022 Panini Donruss UFC. But before we jump into that, remember, this coming Monday and every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join me right here on YouTube for live UFC trivia. If you haven't been, come. It's a great time. Won't cost you a penny, and you can win some free cards. That's this Monday and every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live right here on YouTube. But without further ado, let's jump over to the PC and check out 2022 Panini Donruss UFC. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, 2022 Donruss UFC. Now, my initial thoughts on this are, if you don't know, let's give a little background. Donruss has been around for a long, long time. They've been making other sports cards for as long as I can remember, as long as all of us probably that are listening to this have been alive, at least. So it's a long-running set. It's a cheaper set. It's kind of, I would say it's definitely geared towards more entry level, allows more people into the market. It typically is a paper set, and then Donruss Optic will be your thicker stock like Chrome and Prism. I don't know if Donruss Optic is going to have a UFC option or not, but we did get Donruss. So we'll take a look here. I'm all for cheaper sets coming into the market. I don't necessarily agree with the timing of this. I think that it's a poor decision to have this come out not even about 1 week after the drop of Prism, which I understand a lot of people get priced out of Prism, and I like that this is going to give them another option to get in the market, to get in the game, and collect and enjoy cards that they love. But I do think that the timing is poor. We got to spread these things out a little bit. We're going to kind of inundate the market, especially when you're talking about a set like Donruss, which has a host of inserts. We kind of ran into this with Chronicles, only it's not quite as bad because they're not jarring us on the rookies there. The sets like Chronicles can really pull some nice cards, but at the same time they can really devalue a lot of rookies, which is something I don't like much. But anyway, we're going to jump in here. We've got 22 Donruss UFC. The price point right now, I believe the pre-sales are right around $499, $500. I think this is steep. I did personally jump in around this price, so know that, just for full transparency. But I do think that this price comes down. It may jump up a little more as more people get in. There's going to be a lot of people getting in this because it's, less than half the price of, what's about half the price of Prism, which, by the way, this video is not sponsored, of course, but I always like to bring you the best news that I can and the most accurate information I can. So if you're buying off Blowout right now, you're pre-ordering Prism at $1,000, jump over to DA, because DA, I saw yesterday morning, they were down to $885. So you can save yourself a little over $100 over there right now. I think Prism will come down to around that 800 mark or so in time, but I don't see it ever coming much lower than that. Prism is never really going to take a big hit in value. Even though this is not the first year, it doesn't matter. Prism is the standard set for Panini. It's the true rookies, etc. We've been over all this. So I don't see it going anywhere. But I do think that this Donruss is going to come down. I think we even see it down in the 300 and 400 range in time, maybe towards the end of the year once more sets are released. People won't be jumping on this as much. But we're going to jump down here. Here's the hobby box configuration. You're going to get 30 cards per pack. That's so many cards. This reminds me of 15 Chronicles. 10 packs per box and 10 boxes per case. So each hobby box is going to have 300 cards in it. 300 cards. Now tell me that doesn't remind you of 15 Chronicles. I'm telling you. It's going to be a host of cards. Each box, on average, is going to have one autograph, one memorabilia card, and 60 inserts or parallels. It says Donruss debuts with a slew of stunning and unique content. Look for one autograph, one memorabilia, and 60 inserts on average. First ever UFC rated rookie signatures. Now we'll get into rated rookie when we look at the cards here in a second, but typically rated rookies do very well. Prism rookies are typically the #1 driver, and I don't count sets like Immaculate and some of the other Flawless, some of the other higher end sets, because those autos and rookies like that are always going to fetch value just because of the premium nature of the card, the premium prices of the cards. So excluding those, just talking sets, after Prism, a lot of times rated rookies, and again, we're just speaking to other sports here, that doesn't mean that our experience will be typical of other sports, because this is new and it's UFC, so it hasn't been done, so time will tell. But typically between select and rated rookies, those are going to be your next step. Rated rookies typically do very well, especially the optic rated rookies. Again, these are not going to be the optic rated rookies. These are just the Donruss rated rookies. But nonetheless, still nice cards. So it'd be nice to see UFC have their own rated rookies. I know we actually have a rated rookie drop. I picked up a set of that. It was a paper set, kind of a throwback set. But this will be the first genuine rated rookie set with autos. So pretty exciting there. They have laser parallels. They're going to be numbered as low as 101. They look pretty good in the past. I expect that they'll look pretty good here. And then this is one of the more exciting things for me. Voices of the Octagon debuts in Donruss and features some of UFC's most well-known personalities. And even autograph parallels, which is awesome. I think having Bruce or Dana, Joe Rogan cards back in the mix would be awesome. I collected a lot of the Dana and Joe Rogan cards from back in the day, especially the Dana autos. Even have a few Bruce Buffer autos, and I love them. So excited to see those come back, and I think that they'll do just as well as the cards, to be honest with you, especially when you're talking about somebody like Bruce Buffer. Once he's gone and long in the rear view mirror, I think those cards will do very, very, very well. And then finally, collect a plethora of inserts, including the popular Retro Series, Crunch Time, and Octagon Marvels. We'll jump up here and take a look. Here is our first look at Base Hollow Black Laser. So this is a good looking card here. I love these laser kind of sunburst sets here. I think they look good against the black. Not crazy about the design right here of this card, but it's super standard with Donruss. I like that they at least kept it in line. I felt like Prism kind of is starting to go in this weird direction. We'll see, of course, more to come on that. But if you know Donruss, this is staying super true to the Donruss look right here. And then we have the gold rated rookie here, Hollow Gold Laser. Again, that looks pretty nice, staying super true to Donruss and the rated rookie style. Again, I really prefer the optics, so it's really hard to get a gauge on what these are going to be like. But they do look nice. And then here's some of the voices of the Octagon, Hollow Teal Laser. I do think these look good, but I feel a little worried about the value on some of just the base inserts, especially with there being so many different ones. As far as collecting goes, I think they're awesome. But from a market standpoint, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure that the parallels, some of the more rare parallels, will do just fine. But it's really a beautiful card. And again, I love seeing that they've got Bruce and some of the others back in there now. These Marvel cards are pretty cool. This is the first I've seen this. Maybe they've done this before with other sports and I just missed it, but this is the first I've seen this. While I think this looks great, I don't think that they will do well at all on the secondhand market. But they are good looking, cool little cards. I like that they're at least trying. They're doing some art here. And then we've got Crunch Time, which is basically like a cereal box. I'll be honest, not a big fan of the Crunch Times. That's just me. Maybe you all are into them. But this is something, I could have made this in paint in about 5 minutes. So not crazy on those. And same with the Retro Series, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of these either. I think these are just very, very basic. And I don't see these pulling a lot of weight. We'll jump down here into some of the nicer cards here. Here's the Signature Series Gold. It's a good looking card. Nice basic simple design, again, as is typical with Donruss, but a little more flair to it. I think these are actually looking pretty good for Donruss. I definitely see some grading issues coming up with these, but I'll get more into that later and why I think so. And here's the canvas materials. Again, we're going back to the small window little relics here. I love relics personally. Not a big fan of how they've been doing a lot of them. Of course, Immaculate had some not really nice relics itself. So did Museum. The old Reebok patch relics, if y'all remember those from Museum, were just absolutely gorgeous, and I really wish we could maybe move back in that direction. But again, you can't ask a lot for a Donruss, which is more of an entry-level product. So it's at least cool that they have relics in there. And then finally, Signature Series Black. Pretty good looking card. And of course, a lot of people are going to be jumping on this set because of this right here, the ability to have a Khamzat Chimaev autograph card. I think this is what's really going to drive the price and value of this sealed set for those of you who are sealed collectors. Assuming Khamzat stays on the trajectory that he looks to be on, this should be a done deal for helping hold value. But beautiful card. Again, I jumped into this set. Just kind of a quick overview for you all. If you haven't seen the set yet, there you go. But yeah, I jumped in, and I would invite anyone else to. Again, if you get priced out of Prism, or you just like collecting all the sets, this looks like a pretty good set for me. Again, I just wish that they hadn't released it so quickly so we could give the set more attention instead of bouncing all over the place. But it is what it is. Hey, speaking of Donruss, if this looks good to you and you're a channel member, be ready, because in April we are going to be doing the next Mayce UFC member draft, and we're going to be doing a Donruss hobby box for you all. So if you are a channel member, I'm not talking about a subscriber, but a paying channel member, you already know what the deal is with the UFC draft. So our next one is coming up here in April real soon, and we will likely do a Donruss box here. So make sure you jump over there if you haven't already. Folks, that's going to do it for today. Remember that the Cain Velasquez Mayce OG mat auction ends tonight. Thank you so much to everybody who's been bidding on that. It went way higher than I ever anticipated that it would. I imagine getting less than $10 for that. So thank you so much for everyone who's been jumping on that. And again, that auction ends tonight. I hope you all enjoy the fights tomorrow, and join me right back here on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live UFC trivia. Until then, folks, enjoy your weekend. Appreciate you stopping in, and take care.